there Cancer, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for August 31st through to September the 6th. Let's see what's on the cards for you Cancer. I'm going to begin with the Work Your Light Oracle, just to see what overarching message or theme there is for you. Stop. Ooh, I like this card a lot. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? And you know, this can be in many different areas of our lives. You might be stepping up at work, sharing your voice, you know, maybe standing up for somebody, standing up for yourself, or maybe you're being called to step up and lead in your own life, you know, really beginning to take control, take that emperor energy of, you know, getting into the driver's seat so that you can really start to get on purpose and get on track with where you truly want to go. Beautiful energy. And it's really like a it does remind me of the High Priestess obviously as well. It's really asking you to operate from a place of intuition as well as fact and logic, but generally we try and avoid reacting from emotional triggers, so we want to respond rather than react. It's just a message that's coming through. Okay guys, I'm going to go to the Yogic Path deck now. Your energy out of this one. We'll take that one, thank you. Yamas. Okay, so Cancer, the Yamas Oracle card is one of the 8 stages of yoga, universal morality, and it says here that your kindness, compassion and generosity being all around you, the ahimsa or compassion you display for all living things does not go unnoticed. Continue shedding all that doesn't serve you and blossom closer to your higher self. Beautiful, you know, it's that continuous process of letting go to create the space for more light to enter. Okay Cancer, let's get your tarot story out. I'm beginning here with the recent past energy, what is transitioning in your life. I have got the 9 of Swords. You know what's at the bottom of the deck as that comes out? The Ace of Swords. Now, 9 swords plus 1 sword, Cancer, equals 10 swords. So some of you are, you know, releasing the stress and worry so that we can move ahead to a new beginning, to get that insight, that breakthrough. And it might come through tuning into more of that priestess energy, more of that intuition. Let's get the focus energy out for you, Cancer. Oh, they're flying out today. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, that can be a temptation to hold on, to hunker down, to make sure that we don't go too much into that scarcity mindset. Let's get out the near future outcome energy for you, Cancer. Seven of Cups. Okay, right. Well, we're definitely going to need to bring some clarity to the situation here. I've got the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like when the clarity it comes, because that 7 of Cups can be the energy of feeling unclear, or sort of being in a bit of an illusion, you know, that's when you're going to move forward at pace. But let's see what the clarifiers are. It's clarifying the 9 of Swords now. Wow, okay, Temperance and the Hanged Man, perspective. Yeah, some of you are needing clarity and to see things from a different viewpoint, to, you know, break down the 7 of Cups energy. Let's clarify 4 of Pentacles. The Devil, it's coming out a lot at the moment, guys. There is an energy to be overcome here. Need to do that continuous shedding that we heard about in the Yamas Oracle card. And we have got the 4 of Cups. So we've got 2 4s here. I've got the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. So there's a lot going on here, Cancer, you know, with all the big energies came out as the clarifiers here. So in the recent past, I'm going to bring in the 3 of Swords as well. We have got the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, Temperance and Perspective. So my first thought that came up when I saw this combination is, I feel like there's something that you're either not seeing or not wanting to look at because you know it's going to cause you some pain, some hurt, some heartbreak, sense of disappointment, Three of Swords, right? So it's a general reading, guys. It can be in many different areas, but I feel like between the Temperance energy and the Nine of Swords, there is a cycle that is close to closing, but you were kind of hovering around that almost but not quite, the nines, right? And when we're hovering around the almost but not quite, we sort of stay in the stress and tension of a situation. That's when we can kind of get into that Nine of Swords energy where we feel like, you know, the situation is stacked against us. You know, it's weighing heavily on us, and sometimes we can go into that overthinking, overanalyzing energy that can cause the insomnia, the thoughts that come up as we're falling to sleep. That's the kind of Nine of Swords energy. And I feel like this ending potentially could have a little bit of pain with it. You know, we had that come out with the Ace of Swords, and, you know, I was mentioning that the 1 + 9 = 10. You know, that's the completion energy. And the thing about the Hanged Man energy here is that it's saying that there's some kind of enlightenment or information or viewpoint or breakthrough that is still to come, and that's what's going to actually tip you over to being able to remove yourself from the situation. And what's interesting is that the Temperance energy, you know, this is number 14 in the Major Arcana. It follows on from Death, which is number 13. So it's sort of like, you know, there is a cycle ending here, and the Temperance is trying to say, you know what, just rip off the band-aid and do it, because I'm going to catch you as soon as you've done that. Because Temperance is the great soother, the calming energy that comes in after the Death energy to guide you forward. This is the rebalancing, and she's waiting for you to close out that cycle. And yes, there might be some pain or hurt. Generally though, you know, we really feel it deeply for a short period of time, and what we need to realize is that is actually the beginning of the healing process as well. The Hanged Man energy, you know, can really ask you to surrender, and surrender to what is and have acceptance. They talk about dying the death of the Hanged Man, which is, you know, from anything from, you know, we go through that process where we might be a little bit in denial. We don't want to, you know, look at the situation. We're pretending it's not happening. We'd rather just sit in the stress of it rather than take the action. But there comes a point where we realize that if we want to get to the good stuff, the new beginnings and all of that, that we're going to have to move on from it. We're going to have to accept what it is. And, you know, that is the point that we're liberated, because then we can free ourselves. And I feel like there is an insight or a breakthrough that's yet to land for you, that's going to allow you to shift your perspective and say, okay, well, I'm going to close that cycle. And, you know, what is the cycle? Well, it's a general reading, guys. We know what it is for you. Obviously, the big ones can be moving away from, you know, a relationship, a job, an addiction. I mean, we've got the Devil in the energy in the reading here, so I'm going to say it's something to do with this energy. You could be dealing with an out of balance Capricorn. You could be dealing with some kind of situation that has become toxic for you and is an illusionary energy, because we have the Seven of Cups in this reading as well. And when I mix the Seven of Cups with the Devil energy, for me, it's somebody who is maybe making hollow promises to you, promising the world, not following through. That can be, you know, our boss in the workplace promising us that promotion, extra responsibility, the pay rise, and it never coming. And maybe we thought it was coming, so we went off and spent lots of money, and then, you know, we ended up in a position where we've got to hold on to everything we've got because we believed it, right? You know, similar things in relationships, promising the world, promising, you know, a great future, and then not actually delivering on that, not keeping the end of the bargain. Can be somebody who's a bit like that. And through making those hollow promises to us, they kind of chain us to them, chain us to the job, chain us to the relationship, because we give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, they make us hang on to it and ground ourselves to it. But, you know, the Four of Pentacles is also about assessing the level of quality that you're getting in that now, because it's stressing you out. And I really feel like it's time to liberate and to release. And also, if there is any scarcity mindset, we need to try and break free from that as well. So that's what I'm seeing here. You know, we need to overcome that illusionary energy that's hanging around in this reading. I may grab a clarifier for these, but let's just read these two first. Yeah, I mean, this for me is a sense that you've at least reached the point where you're understanding that you're not getting the fulfillment. It's been promised to you, but you're just not seeing it. And I feel like you have, or this week, you're getting to the stage where it's like, I've had, maybe that is the insight, guys, that's going to give you the hanged man moment. It's like, I've heard enough of the talk. I haven't seen the materializing of this fantasy, this illusion, this picture that's being painted for me. It's just been breadcrumbed or the carrot dangled. So I've had that insight that I never see the follow through, and now I'm backing off. I'm retreating my energy from it. This has become boring. I feel apathetic. I'm dreaming a bigger dream. I'm dreaming a bigger manifestation, and there's a sense here of, you know, really wanting to get on and get some real progress with the Knight of Swords energy here, right? Maybe this is the communication that needs to happen, the message. Hey, I see through this. I'm moving on. If you're not going to deliver the goods, the pay rise, the, you know, do your bit in the relationship or whatever, I'm out of here. So that's potential there that could happen. I'd like to draw maybe one more card. I sort of feel like it's the realization week, but not necessarily Cancer, the action week this week. Let's get one more card, please. The Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups. For Cancer. Got a flash of the wild energy there in Cancer. There it goes. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was wanting to see. The fact that there is a new beginning out there waiting for you, Cancer. And it's one that is going to light you up. Be on passion and purpose, because the fours for me, the Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, are very much like, I'm a bit unfulfilled, I'm in scarcity mindset, I'm hanging on because I feel like I have to, and I don't really believe there's anything else out there for me. There is, and you know, it's a great opportunity. There's great potential out there for you to find passion, and whatever that means for you, to find passion and growth. And it really, you know, we are going to need to take the inspired action in the very near future, wands, power, action, in order to maybe free ourselves. You know, yamas, keep letting go of what doesn't serve us, keep shedding, and keep ascending, keep using your intuition. And that's when, you know, you're going to be able to seize this new beginning here, Cancer. That's when, excuse me, you will move forward at pace with that Knight of Swords energy. So that's what I'm seeing for you this week. I feel like it's a week where, you know, the pieces are landing, you're getting that insight that you need on a situation that hasn't been delivering, and you're really setting up the conditions to move away from a toxic energy and go and claim your Ace of Wands. Okay, Cancer, I am going to leave it there, and I do hope this reading provided you some guidance and insight. Feel free to drop me a comment if you're called to share. I do read them all and try and respond to them all as well. Do keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. It won't be everyone's message this week, but I will see you back here for another message next week.